Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Kashif Kamran and welcome to the AAA orientation for exams in September 2025 and December 2025. So if any of you is enrolling in my September 25 course or December 25 course, this orientation is extremely important for you. Now, just before starting the orientation, I would like to introduce myself as a tutor. I am Kashif Kamran, and it's been 17 plus years since I am teaching the ACCA qualification. My core specialization lies in the AA paper, the SBL paper, and the AAA paper. I also heads the KKDL, which is Kashif Kamran's digital learning, through which you are enrolling for this particular course. I'm I'm also a registered mentor for Oxford Brookes University, and my critical success factor as a teacher, as a tutor, are my exceptional pass rates and my exam-focused teaching style. Just let's open now the orientation. Let's first understand the AAA paper you are enrolling into. In terms of the brought forward knowledge, for the AAA paper, you need two brought forward knowledge, one the AA, the other the SVR. Let's first clarify the AA. There is a frequently asked question which I get from the students when they're enrolling for the AAA paper, and then they ask me that I was exempt from AA paper. Now, if you're exempt from the AA paper, you need not to worry about because my course is very dense. Everything is covered in my course. And when I'm teaching a topic, I'm teaching the topic from the very basics. So in the past many years, so many students have enrolled under me with a AA exempt and they've passed in the very first exam setting. So nothing to worry about if you are exempt from AA because my course is so dense that it will give you every basic. And still, if you struggle, you want to ask something because you were exempt from the AA paper, I'm there as a tutor to help you because I'm very active on the WhatsApp support. I'm very active on the WhatsApp query and I respond to my student queries as quickly as possible. So you should not be worried about that at all. Yes, any student who have done the AA paper definitely will be more comfortable because probably he is understanding things much quicker than the student who was exempt. But again, my course cover every basic element in my lectures. SVR. This is something very important. Now, there is a section in the AAA paper which we refer as the syllabus area D and syllabus area E of the AAA exams, which requires the accounting knowledge, which requires you to know the accounting treatments. Now, any student who has given SPR prior to AAA or is giving SPR with AAA, you are in an ideal situation to quickly recall your accounting knowledge or quickly judge in the context of the case whether the accounting treatment which is adopted by the management is right or wrong because you know you are the auditor and you need to find the misstatements, you need to find the implications of the misstatements on the audit report, so you need to pick in what's wrong in the accounting treatment under the syllabus area D and E, and that's where the accounting knowledge will help you. So if you have done SPR prior to the AAA paper or with the AAA paper, you are in an ideal situation. Now, if you have done the SPR paper in the last exam sitting and you're enrolling for AAA in like September sitting and you've done it in June, you are in the ideal capacity. You have done it in March 25 and you're enrolling for September 25, you're still in a good capacity. But if there is a gap of like a year, suppose you did SVR a year ago and you're now doing the AAA a year after, there is a gap. Now, nothing to worry about this gap because whatever accounting standards you have learned at the time you have given the SPR, some of them will still be there in your mind. You can simply recall them. And once you start going into the syllabus area D and E, and once you start engaging into the accounting standard, slowly and gradually you will start to recall them. I've already incorporated in my particular syllabus area D and E, where accounting standards comes in, an orientation session which tells students how they can revise the accounting standards, what sources can they use to revise accounting standards. So any student who has a gap between AAA and SBR of a year and more, and you think some of your accounting standards have faded, you can recall them, you can revise them through the sources and guidance that is given by your tutor when you start the particular syllabus area D and E. But accounting knowledge plays a crucial part in two syllabus areas of the AAA exam, and you should be good into that. Now, this is the brought forward structure. This is where this is how the AAA paper will get support from AA and the SBR paper. Now, moving forward and looking into the syllabus, and I was just discussing with you that there are two syllabus areas, D and E, which needs the support of SBR, and you can see that on your screen. There are a total of 7 syllabus areas. If you exclude the current issues, because current issues is not a dominating part of AAA, you might find them sometime, you don't find them sometime. It's not a regular feature of the AAA paper. So technically speaking, there are 6 syllabus areas to AAA. G is an exception. If there is any development on a current issue for your September exams and December exams, I'll be guiding you and I'll be facilitating you on that. But it's not necessarily that every exam sitting you do get a question on current issue. That's not the case with AAA. Syllabus area A is about regulatory environment. You will be learning some very basic things inside that syllabus area, and the easiest one, and you can cover it quickly. B is ethical and professional issues. Yes, that is being carried forward from your AA knowledge. But again, if you were exempt, nothing to worry about because I do all the basics of ethical and professional issues. C is about practice management and quality management. D is about planning and the audit of the historical financial statement. Now, this was an area which I was telling you needs the support of your accounting knowledge. So this is an important area, D. Then comes E, completion and reporting, another area where you need SBR. Then the syllabus area F is other assignments, and finally is the current issue. That's the structure of the paper. Not very broad syllabus, 7 syllabus areas minus the current issues, just 6 syllabus areas, and that's how you're going down, completing your preparation for the September 25 exams. Now, what is the structure of my course? You look at these syllabus areas. What I've done is minus the current issue. I have divided the syllabus areas into blocks. So I refer them as blocks. So in my syllabus, you will find them as blocks. Now I have 4 blocks in my syllabus. The block 1 covers the syllabus area A. So this is the block number 1. Then the block 2 covers syllabus area B and C. So if you are doing the block 2, you should know which syllabus areas are going through. Then block 3, which I say is the most important block because that needs the accounting knowledge. And when you look at the paper structure, you will be amazed that how much contribution comes from the block 3. Block 3 makes almost 60 to 70% of the AAA paper. That's how important it is. Now, what's block 3? Block 3 is syllabus area D, and block 3 is syllabus area E. So look at the dominance of this block. 2 syllabus areas, the most important one for AAA and the dominating one for AAA is in the block 3. Then block 4 definitely is other assignments. Current issue is something separate. It does not have a block. If there is a current issue, I'll tell you, else there is not. 4 blocks covering 6 syllabus areas. The dominating of them is the block 3, which will take a lot of time for you to cover up and complete your lectures. And I've done intensive amount of practice and lectures for block 3. Okay, now that's the syllabus, right? Now moving forward and looking into the paper format. The paper format is pretty easy. You have three questions in the paper. You have 195 minutes. We'll be talking about time management in another video, so don't worry about the time management. But this is how the paper looks like. Three questions. One of them is in section A. That's a big 50 marks question with 40 technical and 10 professional marks. And then you have two questions in section B, each of 25 marks, where 20 are technical and 5 are professional. So in the whole paper, you have 20 professional marks and you have 80 technical marks. Just look at the structure again. Section A, one big question worth 50 marks, and in section B, two questions, each worth 25 marks, including the professional marks, right? So 3 hours and you have three questions. So that's not a bad bargain. But the problem is the student tends to write a lot, and that causes them into trouble in the AAA paper because time management is the biggest challenge in the AAA paper. I'll be addressing that in another video, and you will catch on lots of time management techniques in my regular course, so nothing to worry about. Okay, now moving away from the paper format to something extremely important is that we know the syllabus. We know there are 7 syllabus areas, including the current issue. I have just told you that how those syllabus areas has been put into the blocks in my lectures, block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. I've just told you that there are 3 questions in the paper. Question number 1, the 50 marks, then question 2 and 3 for 25 marks. Is there any connectivity between the syllabus area A, B, C, D, E, F, and between the question number 1 to 3? And the answer to this question is yes. That's the reason the AAA is so organized paper. Let's see what comes in question number 1 and how it is formulated. And then you will realize the importance of block 3, syllabus area D and E. When you look at the pie chart, 50% of the paper is question 1, 50% of the paper is question 2 and 3, which is in section B. So 50 and 50, section A, section B. In terms of the section A, we have the question number 1, which is of 50 marks. We have a total time of 197 minutes. So from that 197 minutes, we'll take exactly half the time for question number 1, which will be 97.5 minutes, in which we need to read, plan, and write. We'll come to that breakup later. Now, in this question number 1, syllabus area D, which was in block 3, which needs the accounting knowledge, is a mandatory part of the question number 1. So in each exam setting, syllabus area D is a must, is an integral part of the first question. Planning and the audit of the historical financial statement. It will only be tested in question number 1. So you will not find the syllabus area D tested in section B. It will only be tested in question 1 because question number 1 is set at the planning stage. So syllabus area D will only be tested in question number 1. It will not be tested elsewhere in the paper. So that is the dominating syllabus area D. Part of my block 3 needs the accounting knowledge and is in the question number 1 for significant number of marks. Moving on. In the section B on the right side, you have question number 2 and question number 3. You have a total of 97.5 minutes. So each of the question 2 and 3 will take 48.75 minutes if you divide that by 2. What comes in question 2 and 3? Is there any structured approach of the examiner? And the answer is yes. Syllabus area E, which was another syllabus area which was in my block 3, completion and reporting, needs the accounting knowledge, needs the SPR knowledge. It says syllabus area E will only be tested in section B. So syllabus area E cannot be tested in section A, just like syllabus area D cannot be tested in section B. So please be assured of these terminologies. Will only be tested. Look at that word only. Syllabus area E is mandatory in one of the section B question, just like syllabus area D is mandatory in question number 1, just like syllabus area E is mandatory in one of the section B question. It could be 2, it could be 3. Most of the time in the recent papers, it's 3, but it could be 2. So question 2 or question 3, one of them definitely will be from syllabus area E. That's completion and reporting. So one question from planning, one question from completion. So you're starting the audit, you're ending the audit. So these two questions are affirmative. So that's why syllabus area E is important. And D and E needs the accounting knowledge, and D and E was part of my block 3. Now imagine how important block 3 is. It's contributing 60 to 70% of the total paper. Moving on, syllabus area F, other assignments, will only be tested in section B, will only be tested, just like syllabus area E. It will only be tested in section B, not in section A. Never, never. Frequently tested in one of the section B question. I am not saying mandatory, I'm saying frequently tested. I use the word mandatory with syllabus area E. That means every exam sitting. But I use the word frequently, means it can come sometime and it might be omitted. Look at the last 5 exam settings, you might find it 3 times, 4 times. So it's frequently, but not mandatory. But yes, it's a favorite topic of your examining team, putting it in one of the section B questions. So syllabus area F, which is the block 4, is also very important. Now, at least you know the structure. D, syllabus area D is in the section A, can never come in section B. Syllabus area E and F is in the section B, can never come in section A. So you know the placements, you know how structured it is, and they cannot change or they cannot swap their positions. So the position of D, E, F cannot be swapped. And some of them are mandatory, like D and E, F is frequent. Now we're left with 3 syllabus areas, A, B, C. Let's see what happens with A, B, C. Syllabus area A, B, C at the bottom of your screen can be tested anywhere in the paper. So regulatory environment A, the block 1, B and C, the ethical issues, professional issues, quality management issues, practice management issues can come anywhere. Can come in question 1, 2, 3. Again, they're favorite areas of examiner, and examiner play with them sometime in A, sometime in B, sometime even in both A and B. And syllabus area G, the current issue, only when an article is published. So if I tell you there is a current issue, then you will prepare for it, else you will not be. So that depends. So technically 6 syllabus areas, current issue is a question mark. If there is any, I'll tell you, else it's not. So this is how you need to prepare. You can realize the fact there are 6 syllabus areas. They have a very strong connection with section A and B. You know what comes in section A. You know what comes in section B. You know how things are structured. You know the importance of block 3. You know the importance of the accounting knowledge. Even if you're exempt from the AA, that's not a matter of concern. I hope you're all sound and clear with this. Now, when you're approaching your study, you know which syllabus areas to do for which syllabus areas to do for section A and which to do for section B. A, B, C can come anywhere, right? Okay, now that finishes off one part of our discussion around the syllabus, the paper format, and the paper, the connectivity of the syllabus with the paper. Now, first, let's quickly scan section A of the paper, the 50 marks. I already told you it's at the planning stage, and syllabus area D is the one which is mandatory. Let's talk a bit more about section A. Overview of section A, the 50 marks question. Consists of a 50 marks question, 40 technical, 10 professional. It is set at the planning stage, and that's why syllabus area D is the planning stage syllabus who comes in here. The bulk of the 40 technical marks are utilized for risk assessment. That's the topic in syllabus area D. Any student who has done it must know risk assessment. Business risk, audit risk, or risk of material misstatement is like a very mandatory part of the question number 1. So sometimes you get a question on business risk and risk of material misstatement. Sometimes you get a question on audit risk. Sometimes you get a question on risk of material misstatement. So they keep changing their positions, but they're like mandatory part. You should be good at risk assessment. The other topics examinable in question 1 beside risk includes ethical issues, which is from syllabus area B, matters in planning the first year audit, which is from syllabus area D, evaluating the component auditor strategy, syllabus area D, matters in accepting a new audit client, this is syllabus area C, because we know B and C can come anywhere. Audit procedures is again syllabus area D, and knowledge areas like money laundering, joint audit, laws and regulations, this is syllabus area A. So that prove A, B, C can come in question number 1 even, because they can come anywhere. But the dominating part is syllabus area D, which includes risk assessment, which includes matters in planning the first year audit, which includes evaluating the component auditor strategy, which includes audit procedures. These are four dominating areas from syllabus area D, making the question number one. Section B of the paper, consisting of two questions, and we know one of them has to come from syllabus area E. One can be from F or anywhere in the syllabus area ABC. Overview of the Section B. Section B consists of two questions, each of 25 marks, including 20 technical and 5 professional marks. One of them is set at the completion stage, which is syllabus area E. That is a must. So this syllabus area E is must. It will definitely be one of the two questions. So be very good in syllabus area E. The question at completion and reporting stage cannot just purely be a reporting question. It could include element of completion stage of audit. So a lot of times the student believe that syllabus area E is only about audit report, is only about reporting. Look at the title. It says completion and reporting. So it will include knowledge from your completion stage of audit as well, not just reporting. So take a broad spectrum of syllabus area E when you're going through my lectures. Student normally assume this question will be purely based on the audit report knowledge, which is wrong. The question is set at the completion stage. An examiner mentioned in the opening para of the question that audit report is to be signed next week to make you alert that this is a completion stage question or audit is nearing completion. So such terminologies will make you realize that audit is this is at the completion stage, or the manager is performing a review of the working paper, or an engagement quality review is being performed as an indication it's a completion stage question. So look at these terminologies being used in the last bullet. These you will find these terminologies in the opening paragraph of the case study, and this will make you realize that this is a completion stage question. Definitely, you will learn with practice and you will learn with lectures. Completion and reporting, syllabus area E, one of the question in section B. Let's emphasize more on it. The question at the completion stage from syllabus area E, test topics as follow. Evaluating the accounting matters and explaining the evidence in the working paper file, evaluating the sufficiency and appropriateness of the audit evidence, evaluating the going concern matters, procedures on going concern, or evidence on cash flow forecast. Number 4, evaluating the methods to be communicated to those charged with governance. Number 5, evaluating the accounting treatment and the implication for the audit report. Number 6, critical appraisal of the audit report. And number 7, auditor responsibility for other information in the document containing the financial statement. This is completion and reporting stage. A lot of reporting and a bit of completion in all the 7 areas on your screen. But again, this is something for your guidance. Once you start the syllabus area E, this particular slide will be important because, these are the 7 types of questions which come in, and I need to prepare all of them when I am in syllabus area E under block 3. The final version of section B, we know section B not only include syllabus area E, syllabus area F can come in, A, B, C can come in. The other question in section B is open. So the other question in section B is open. Anything can come in. And any syllabus area from A, B, C, and F can be examined here. D and E can't be because they've already been allocated. D is allocated in question 1, E is allocated in one of the question in section B, so they cannot be repeated. So anything from A, B, C, or F is very important, right? Most frequently tested topics in section B includes evaluating the quality management, professional and ethical issues. This is from syllabus area B and C. So they can come in one of the question in section B. Question on other assignments. These are questions coming from syllabus area F, and money laundering, which can come from syllabus area A. So these are possible allocations in the past paper, giving you a glimpse that one of the question is open, can come from A, B, C, or F. One is blocked, which is syllabus area E. So I hope this structured analysis will help you formulate your study plan. You know which syllabus area you are covering and what is the importance of that syllabus area to your 100 marks paper. So in that way, you can practice better, you can approach better, and you can take wise decisions when you're preparing yourself. Pass rates. And top reasons why students fail the AAA paper. Pass rates at the global scale is a challenge, despite the fact they're improving in recent exam settings, which is a sigh of relief for those preparing for September and December exams. If you look at my pass rates, which is the KKDL pass rates, you can see them in red, and you can see the global pass rates of ACCA in black. You can see a lot of variance between the red and the black. This is a scan of the last 5 exam settings from March 24 to March 25, because at the time of conducting this orientation for September, the March 25 exam results are out on the 14th of April. Now, definitely, the June exam results will come, then the September exam results in December. So this would keep changing. But currently, this is the most updated pass rates on your screen, reflecting the March 25 exams. And you can see the red bars having a significant variance from the black bars, which is the ACCA global pass rates. But if you see the recent exam settings, December and March, you will see they're stabilizing on 39 at the global scale. So they're inching towards 40, which is a good sign. So things are becoming stabilized. We are not seeing those 34s and 33s and 32s in the AAA paper. Because in all the last 5 settings, we are seeing the passing rates, even at the global scale, are closely moving towards the 40 barrier, which is a very positive sign for students preparing the AAA for September and December. And I hope you will benefit largely from my course. Look at my pass rates. That's my critical success factor. That's where I play the most crucial part with my student. I engage with them. I check unlimited answers you will send me for review. I'll check your one mock exam for September, or you're appearing for December, then the December mock. But you can send me unlimited answers for review. That's my critical success factor. I check your answers, I give you feedback, and that's where you learn. That's where you get to success. Why students fail? Though you will understand it over the passage of the course, by the time you will complete the course, you engage with me, you understand things, you will understand why students fail more broadly. But just to make a quick summary and just to make some understanding of why students fail, just let's quickly go over the list I have developed with my experience. Number one, weak accounting standard knowledge. You're weak into accounting knowledge. Knowing the fact, syllabus area D and E, which is the block 3 in my syllabus, dominates 60 to 70% of the paper. Now, if you're weak in accounting knowledge, you have given SPR like a year ago, you're not revising accounting standards as per the instruction of the tutor, uh, you will broadly struggle to pass the paper. So that's number one. Number two, selective study versus holistic scan of the paper. Please, no selective studies. A, B, C, D, E, F. And if there is a G, then do G. No selective studies that I'll do this, I'll don't do that. No selective studies, right? You're taking a big risk. Not investing sufficient time in technical articles. Now, when you will start my course as a tutor, I put a very strong emphasis on reading technical articles. I believe technical knowledge, your technical knowledge can excel if you read the articles from the examining team. And I do read them. I have done lectures on them, and I do reinforce them repeatedly in my course. Read them, read them, read them. You have to. Uh, Books, I'm not interested in books. I'm only interested in my resources, and I'm only interested in technical articles. These are the two things which will make you pass. No books, no books at all. Yes, if you want to go something extra, ACCA Study Hub. But apart from that, my course is so structured that you don't need anything beside my course. Only technical articles where I recommend. Not submitting sufficient answers for checking purpose. If you're not submitting answers, even though I'm giving you an offer unlimited answers, and you're not sending a single answer for checking, how would I know what you're writing? And you might be doing a mistake which could be disastrous for you in the September exam or December. And sending the mock for review. You can send one mock for review. If you're appearing for September exams, the September mock which ACC publish. Appearing for December exam, then the December mock the ACC publish. But any past paper answer you do, as your practice, you can send that to me for review, and that is unlimited offer. Failing to develop the point adequately, you're not developing a point adequately. Throughout my course, you will learn how to write the answer. You will learn how to write the answer. You will learn how to develop a point. You will learn how to explain a point, how to ensure that your point is well developed. You will learn that throughout. Generic writing versus case specific application. Writing generic, writing book knowledge. Students love that. But I love case specific application. You need to link things to case. There is a case story in AAA. 100% paper is case based. You need to extract things from the case study, link them up, and write an answer. Any student who's writing case specific answer will pass, and any student writing generic answer will fail. Again, that's something you will be learning across my lectures. Losing professional marks, you will get good guidance on professional marks. You will get good guidance on how to attain the 20 professional marks you have in AAA. Lots of guidance, lots of videos on that, which will be available for September and December. So don't worry about it when once you get through into my course. So I will give you good amount of guidance and boost your confidence on gaining professional skill marks. Incomplete paper and time management, that's the journal issue. Again, that will be addressed throughout my course. I've done so much lectures and videos on time management in my course over the YouTube for the journal AAA community, which give benefits to them of completing the 100 marks paper. Because incomplete paper, not managing to complete a 100 marks paper could be the difference between passing and failing. Quality of practice versus quantity of practice. Student runs after completing kits, BPP kits, revision kits, Kaplan kits, doing every sort of questions. Only do the questions I've recommended, and then the quality of practice is to do the recent papers before your exam. The recent papers before your exam means 6 recent papers before your exam. So if you're appearing for September exam, do the 6 most recent papers on ACCA practice platform. Appearing for December exam, do the 6 most recent papers before your December exams, and I'll be telling you which are the 6 most recent. Currently, the most updated paper available is September, December 24, but I believe once the June exams are over, somewhere in July, after the results are announced, we see the March June 25 paper coming up. So March June 25 paper could ideally be the most latest one for September exams and the December exams. So March June 25 and go backward. 6 recent papers. That's the sufficient practice you need to do. Not reading or giving time to examiner reports. Throughout my course, you will see a greater emphasis on reading examiner reports. I have read so many of them in my course. I tell you that the feedback you get from the examiner report is very, very important to get to success. Because if you are repeating a mistake which examining team has told you, that's a failure. Please do read examiner reports, and you will get this encouragement from my course. You will get this encouragement from um, my lectures. Once you complete them all, you will be amazed what contribution an examiner report can play in your success. These are 10 points. You will learn them over the passage of your course, over the passage of your association with me. But these are 10 points. You need to keep them, take a printout, stick on your reading tables, just focus on them daily. So you absorb them. You know that I need to avoid them. I need to overcome them to excel in my very first exam sitting coming in September or December. So these are reasons why students fail. Finally, you're enrolling or you have enrolled in a course, which is the AAA course on the KKDL portal, the KKDL LMS, and I'm your tutor, Kashif Kamran. Once you enter the course, once you see the course on the LMS, how to go about it, how to spend time on it, when to start, when to finish, let's discuss all that. Now, once you take the admission, and my admin reaches you and give you your login and password. You will log in to the LMS on the website, which is lms.kashifkamran.com. My admin will be telling you all about that. It's a web-based LMS. It's not an app-based LMS. So you log in with your password and username. And once you log in, you will see 2 courses in front of you. One will be the full course and one will be the crash course. You will first start your journey with the full course. After completing the full course, you will go to the crash course. So you will have 2 courses in your enrollment. So the price you pay is the price for both of them, the full course, the crash course. This is a full course on the LMS. Once you log into the LMS, you will see the full course and it will have three sections. Look at the three sections on the top: technical content, resource section, and UK syllabus only. Three sections. So these are three headings you will find under the portal. UK syllabus will only be done by the student who is opting for the UK stream. And there is no difference between the international stream and the UK stream. Just look at the content I've covered in the UK stream. It's just 50 minutes extra 50 minutes. So you will realize the fact that any student who's going for the UK stream, there is hardly any difference between UK and international stream, with the exception of a topic. So that's the reason 99% students opt for the INT stream, international stream. I do the international stream for the last 17 years. But yes, when I'm taking admissions, 100 student comes to me and say, "Do you offer UK stream?" Probably he wants to do practice in UK. He's living in UK. That's the reason. One in 100 students. But 99 out of 100 student, you're doing the international stream. You're not focused on number three. So number three is irrelevant for you if you are not availing the UK stream, not bothered about it. Only two things: number one, number two. So number one is the technical content, syllabus area A to F. It covers all the syllabus area A to F, rather A to G, which includes the current issue. Now, you know, my syllabus is divided into block one. Block one covers the syllabus area A, block two covers the syllabus area B and C, block three covers the syllabus area D and E, and block four covers the syllabus area F. And the current issue at the bottom covers the syllabus area G. Now you can see how many lectures are there per block. That is written. How many hours are there? That is written. Block three is the most significant one you can see on your screen. Block three is broken down into 6 subparts, 1 to 6. So much content in block three that I have to break it into 6 parts. And each part, you will get lectures. Each of the part, you can see the number of lectures and the number of lecture hours. And more importantly, each of the block one will have its orientation, how to do it. The block two will have its orientation, how to do it. The block three will have its orientation, how to do it and how to revise the accounting standards. And the block four will have the orientation. So you have to do the course in sequence: 1, 2, 3, 4, block 1, 2, 3, 4, and current issues. You will go in the order. You will keep completing the lectures and keep moving ahead. Now, you need to make a timetable for that, because there are a total of 57 lectures. If you see the bottom here, you have 57 lectures at the bottom of your screen, and you have 99 hours currently as of April 22nd, when I'm conducting this orientation 2025. We have 99 hours. It might increase a bit as we progress further, but more or less it's 99 or 100 hours of the technical course, which includes practice as well. On the second side, you can see the resource section. The resource section is all the PDFs. Now, when you're studying the lectures, block one, block two, block three, block four, you're watching my videos. So any document I refer, like articles, any document I refer, like summaries of the accounting standards, I refer to any old past paper which is not available on ACCA practice platform. Suppose I refer to a 21 question paper or 19 question paper or 17 question paper, then you will find all those old question papers on the resource section. Examiner reports, if I recommend you to read ACCA answers to the latest paper. So if you're doing any latest paper, the last 6 papers, the last 7 papers, you want to see the ACC answers to that. That's even in the report. That's even in the resource section. So any resource which is recommended, and you are watching a lecture and the tutor tells you read this, read that. So the reading content will come into the resource section. They have to be very clear of that, right? Then the UK syllabus area, again, is for a UK student if you enroll for a UK stream, else you're not bothered about reading it at all. So for 99% students is 1 and 2. 2 is the PDF, 1 is the videos. Now, one thing which is important, which I would like to show and address to you. Now, something which is important, if I can just show you that when you're going with the technical content, which is the 99 hours, and if I can just show you a glimpse of the LMS on your screen for 1 minute. Okay, I hope you can see the glimpse of the LMS on your screen now. Just let me ensure. Yes, you can see it, right? So that's what I was talking about. You can see the three contents in the red on the top. Technical content, resource section, UK syllabus. UK syllabus, you're not bothered about it unless you're registered for it. Then you will go down. You will see the orientation. That's the orientation I'm conducting. You will see first there in the orientation. Then you will see block one. You will open it up. Block two, block three, block four. Just for example, you open up the block one. In the block one, I've written syllabus area A for your guidance as well. Now, when you start the block one, you will see some blue files. The red is the videos, right? But you will see some blue files here, one, two, three at the very start. Now, every block will give you a presentation. Presentation means my notes. The presentation, because I love teaching with a PowerPoint. Number two, you will find block one, tutor support files, all lectures combined. Now, all the lectures you will be watching in the block one, whatever I'm writing on the screen during the lecture. So I normally I'm writing during the lecture on a Microsoft Word and I save it as a PDF. So whatever I'm writing during the lecture, I'm not writing with the pen. I'm typing. So that becomes the notes. So I would prefer that when you sit down to watch the block one, first of all, take a printout of the presentation, then take a printout of the tutor support file. That's what I write on the screen. Keep them on your study table, then start watching the lecture number one. Now, whatever I'm writing on the screen will be there as a printout. If you want to add something extra to it, you can. The presentation should be on your table and the tutor support file should be on your table. And then you start watching lectures. And if you want to scribble something, add something which you think tutor has verbally told and has not written, you can just note it down on the printouts you have. So at the end of the day, they will become your comprehensive notes of block one. Same way block two, same way block three, same way block four. So tutor support file is something which I write on the screen. Presentation is my notes, right? And finally, you will find a third file, which is block one answers of good students. Now, the questions I have recommended in my lectures that you should do this question, you should do this question, you should do this question. So you will do those questions and you will submit those questions to answers to me for checking. But if you get stuck somewhere, you don't know the answer, you're struggling to write answers, you can see some good student answers given to you of the questions, and you can see how the student wrote the answer. So for every block, you will have a presentation, you will have the tutor support files, and you will have the good student answers for you to catch on any point you get stuck in writing the answer. Then you can see all the reds. All the reds are the basically the uh, lectures. You will play each lecture, watch each lecture, but on your table, you should have a presentation and tutor support file ready. The good student answers, it's up to you. You want to download them, you want to watch them on the screen, because it's not necessarily every student need them. If you need it, you can just view them on the screen and just make yourself familiar how to write an answer. So this is how you go with block one. Then you open up the block two. Same way in the block two, you will find the tutor support file and the presentations. Again, I have to upload the good student answers, which will definitely be uploaded. Then you go in block three, four, and five. See the block three, how lengthy the block three is. It's broken into so many parts. Uh, block three, block three, block three, block three, block three, block three. They're broken into so many parts because there's so many topics in the block three, and in front of every block tree, you can see in the bracket the title, what is being covered. And same way you go down and you finish off the entire course, right? You can see the block four and you can see the current issue. And in the resource section, you will find all the documents which are referred other than the tutor support file and other than the presentation, other than the good student answer. In the resource section, you will find the articles to read on a block-wise basis. You will find old past papers, summary of accounting standards, examiner reports, and lots of more stuff recommended by me to read. So that's how you are going down into this. So I hope you're very familiar with this structure now. This is what I was showing you as a full course. That's what you will be logging into. Now, once you've finished off the full course in the order, You've finished the 99 hours, you move on and you start the crash course. Now, the crash course is included in the full course. But because you're a full course student, you are not doing many things in the crash course. See, I put cross, 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 cross on so many things in the crash course because there are students who separately enroll for crash course. There are students who are doing self-study. They come to me and say, I just want to take your crash course, not the full course. So if a student is taking a crash course separately, then he or she has to do everything. But you're a full course student. You've already come down with 99 hours. You've already spent time on the 99 hours. Now, when you come from that 99 hours and you go into the crash course as a bundled course for you, you're not doing everything. You're saving your time. See, I put cross. So when you log into the crash course, you will see so many things on the crash course, premium webinars, lectures on new articles. Lectures on new articles are in my course, in my 99 hours you've already done. ISA 600 is in my 99 hours you've already done. Current issue is in my 99 hours you've already done. ACCA mock debrief, you're not doing that. I'll tell you why. Uh, Resource section you will not be doing because you already have a resource section in the full course that sets full and final. This is the same resource section here for the crash course students who enroll separately. But you are part of the full course, so you'll not be bothered about it. So the cut short story is all the cross, you will not be watching them because you're coming from a 99-hour course into the crash course. Okay, now the only thing you're watching here is the premium webinar, which is the very first element you can see on the screen here. You are watching this premium webinars. These are webinars which are premium. Premium means paid. They are not the one I do for YouTube. YouTube is the different story, right? These are premium webinars, exclusive webinars. Now, see how many of them I've covered. And in every webinar, I have done a recent paper. Now, when I'm conducting this April orientation for September exams, September 25 and December 25 exams, uh, there are 6 recent papers from September 22 onwards up to the September, December 24 paper. This March, June 25 paper is not yet published as of today. Once it will be published, I'll do it in another webinar, probably in the September webinar I do. The December 22 webinar covers the September 22 paper full. March 23 webinar covers the December 22 paper. September 23 webinar covers the March June 23 paper. March 24 webinar covered the December 23 paper. June 24 webinar covers some misconceptions, some topics, some important areas of the syllabus. December 24 webinar again covers some very important syllabus areas. March 25 webinar covers the September December 24 paper, the most latest one. And I will be conducting the June 25 webinar for my June students pretty soon. So by the time you come to the crash course as a September student or as a December student, you will also see under the March 25 webinar, another webinar added, June 25 webinar, which will cover the March June 24 paper because I've not yet done the March June 24 paper. You can see the note number. The note tells you the June 25 webinar will be added with a focus on March June 24 paper for approximately 6 hours by the 7th of May. So by the time you reach the crash course finishing of your 99 hours, it will be there available for 6 hours approximately. So that means by the 7th of May 2025, I have covered all the recent papers available on the ACC practice platform, all the recent papers with guidance, techniques, time management, professional marks, everything. So once you cover the full course, all the technical content, you do the practice in the 99 hours and you come to the crash course. Now it's the time to polish up. You will do all the recent papers. You will learn about time management. You will learn about professional skill. You will learn about writing. You learn about drafting, all the recent papers. And that will boost your confidence that, yes, I am ready to get passed in the first attempt in the AAA paper. And that's the reason my pass rates are so high, just because of this webinars, just because of this crash course, which is bundled up with the full course. So you will finish that off. So every webinar you do, just like I shown you for block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, in every webinar you will get my tutor support files. That's something I'm writing on the screen, and my presentations. So for every webinar you will have my presentations and support files. Again, you will take a printout of them, just like I told you, keep them on the table and then watch them. So there are a total of 42 hours of the webinars right here on the screen. You can see them, 42 hours and total of 31 lecture hours, right? So we had 99, almost 100 hours coming from the full course and 42 hours coming here. 6 more hours will be added by the 7th of May. So just let's make it 48 hours here. And you almost coming with 100 hours from the previous full course. So that's like 148 hours in total is spending and excelling in your upcoming exam sitting. Last thing, mock debrief. If there is any mock debrief for September exam and I do the mock debrief, because I normally do mock debrief if there is something unusual in the mock, something out of context in the mock. If something is usual, I don't do this. I've done a couple of mocks in the past settings. You can see the mock debrief, open that section with, just for the sake of knowledge. And I've done so many mocks. So if there is any relevant mock for September, and I believe I need to do a debrief, I'll tell you. Then you will only watch that particular mock. Rest, you're not wasting time on it. So mock debrief will only be watched if the tutor recommend you that you need to watch a particular mock for your September exams, else not. Resource section, not at all, because you've already done the resource section in the full course. And student answers to the recent papers, including mock. Now that's PDFs. If you want to read some student answers on the recent paper, that's totally your option. Or if you want to read student answers on mocks, that's totally your option. But I'm putting a big crossover here as well because this is not needed. The only thing you're putting in emphasis on the crash course is the 48 hours, including the June 25 webinar, which will come in, and a total of 31 lecture hours, 31 lectures, sorry. Now that's the course. Now, I've already told you that tutor resources are available. Tutor resources is the presentation. Tutor resources is the tutor support file you get for every block. So just download them, take a printout. That's what I write on the screen. So you're familiar with the terminology presentation. You're familiar with the terminology tutor support file. And please ensure you keep them on the table before you start anything. Study deadlines. September 25, if you're enrolling for September 25, now there are so many possibilities. You might say, I'm a full-time student. You might say, I'm a job-based student. You might say, I'm doing 2 papers, 1 papers. I cannot cover every probability. So I'm trying to put in something more realistic. At least I've covered the probability of a full-time student and a job-based student, telling by when you should complete the course. You have 100 hours in the full lectures, full course, and then you have almost like 48 hours in the crash course. That's what you need to complete up, doing your self-practice even. Now, I tried making a probability that's down here. If you can see the table, if you can see this table here, we are talking about April 25 when I'm doing this orientation. Students have already enrolled for September with me. You know, the students love to take admissions very early. They've already enrolled for September in April. Some students will enroll in May for September exams. Some students will even enroll in June, right after the June exams are over for September. And the worst case scenario, some students will enroll after the June exam results are out in July. Those students are primarily the repeaters, and those students are primarily the ones coming for the crash course. But ideally, I think the students enrolling for the full course is maximum up to June. Right after June exam, they will come and say, I want to enroll for September exams. So the time you're enrolling, that's very important because from the time of enrolling to the exam date, you have exams in September. You know the time you have. So if you're enrolling in April, you have so much time. April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. You're enrolling in May, you have 4 months. Enrolling in June, you have 3 months. Enrolling in July, you have 2 months. So your time is going down. So what point you're enrolling is also important, right? So I'm assuming number one, the full course, which consists of 99 hours. Ideally, if you're a full-time student, you should finish this in 30 days. That's like 3 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 3 to 4 hours a day, and finishing with 99 hours. So that's good for a full-time student finishing off in 30 days. Now, again, it could be 35, it could be 36, depending upon your challenges and obstacles you're facing. But yes, if you're a job-based student, definitely you will get less time. You can stretch it to 45 days or even 50. Crash course. Once you've done the 99 hours, you come to the crash course. I would prefer if you're a full-time student, crash course should finish in 15 days because you just have 42 hours, max 48 hours. But if you're a full-time student, the crash course might take you up to 30 days to finish off, depending upon how much time you get after job. Some jobs are very challenging. If you get weekends off, good. If you don't get weekends off, that's even bad. So I tried making the maximum stretch based upon my experience with job-based and full-time students. But again, there is a flexibility of +5, +10, depending upon your obstacles and challenges. So I cannot give you an affirmative timeline, but I can just give you how many average days you can take to finish things off. The maximum deadline to finish the course, irrespective you're a job-based student, irrespective you are a full-time student, is 9th of August. Because I believe after the 9th of August, you will just have 3 weeks. And in those 3 weeks, post 9th of August, you should, in the last 21 days, you should do the recent 6 papers. I told you, the 6 recent papers on ACCA practice platform, including the September mock. But yes, you can say that I'll finish by 15th of August, and then I'll start doing the recent papers and the mock exam. So that flexibility is there, right? One student who's job based might say, I'll finish by 20th because I'm already taking the crash course. The crash course covers the recent paper. So I'll finish by 20th of August. And in the last 10 days, I'll do my self practice. Now, you are flexible for that because every student has his or her own challenges, obstacles, barriers, limitations, and you can devise a best timetable considering the guidance I've given you. So 9th, no, 15th, no, 20th, you're flexible to that. So I'm just giving you broad spectrum guidance there, right? Okay, deadline to submit answers. If you're writing any answers and you want me to check them, the last day to submit that is 15th of August for September exams because it's humanly impossible to check so many emails. And the email ID you are emailing the mock is AAAmock@gmail.com. But if you want to submit your mock exam, which is the ACCA September mock, that is 24th of August. So if you want to submit the mock, there is a leniency. And the address to submit the mock is kkdlmock@gmail.com. So you have a separate email ID for sending the September mock. And if you check sending journal answers to me for checking, then that's a different email ID with a different deadline. Enjoy the AAA September 25 webinar. I do webinars for each exam setting. So once the September 25 webinar is available, probably it is available 15 days before the exam. So expect that to be there by 15th of August. So just enjoy that for any additional guidance from your tutor. So this is the study deadlines you should affirmatively follow and stick to. If you're preparing for December exams and you're enrolling for my course for December exams, and interestingly, I'm on the 22nd of April today. There are hundreds of admission already in the December batch taken by students. So look at the enrollment versus course. Now, if you are enrolling, if you have already enrolled for December, see the time you have. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months. Plenty of time. Go relax. Finish off course. You're enrolling in May for December. You're enrolling in June for December. Enrolling in July for December. You're reducing your time. You're enrolling in August. You're enrolling in September after the September exams are over. A lot of student comes after September exams for December. Most of the influx comes in. So definitely 3 months, 2.5 months is a good time to finish off the AAA course. That's not bad. But the affirmative deadline to finish off the December courses is by the 9th of November. So again, you have 21 days before the December exams, just like we were talking about September. So full course should finish in 30 days for job-based students. Same 15 days, the crash course should finish. It's almost identical to September. I've only changed the dates from 9th August to 9th November, right? So everything else is the same between job-based students and the full-time students. The deadline to finish the course is 9th November. Post 9th November, you will do the recent 6 papers, just like I was telling you in September. December mock will come here. Then the last day to submit the assignments is 15th November. For September, it was 15th August. So only that thing is changing in. And then 24th of November for the 24th of November for the mock exam, right? And enjoy the AAA December webinar if available for your exam sitting. So this is how things should work. You have a full course, almost 100 hours, spend time on it, finish it off, get out of it, go into the crash course. In the crash course, you're only watching the premium webinars, nothing else, and you're finishing on course. If your tutor tells you to watch any particular mock debrief, then do watch that. But this is a timelines, not affirmative. You're flexible. You can increase it, stretch it based upon your scenario and based upon your limitations. So that's how you will go down into it. So all the best for your exams enrolling September or December. I hope you will enjoy this orientation when you watch it and you will know the way to enroll in the course, log in into the course. And when you log in the course, you will see two courses, the full course and the crash course. Uh, Students can enroll in a crash course separately, then they will watch the entire crash course. But if a full course student is getting into the crash course as an additional course, I've put so many crosses in only watching the premium webinars. So I hope you will largely benefit from this orientation for students for September and December 25. All the best. Tutor Kashif Kamran signing off from this orientation session. Take care. Allah Hafiz.